When I start my serve motion, should I toss first or should I turn first? Well, we're going to answer that question today in this video. Hi, my name is Jeff Salzenstein. I'm the founder of Tennis Evolution. Absolutely psyched to bring this lesson to you today. It came to us from a subscriber who wants to know, should I toss first? Should I toss first and then turn, or should I turn first and then toss? So let's get into it right now. I'm going to jump up to the baseline here, and this hopefully will clear it up for you today. Most players are tossing the ball and they're just going down together, up together with their arms, okay? So down together, up together, not a lot of turn happening. So what are they doing? Well, they're tossing first before they're turning. I see other players, Alexander Zverev would be one. He tosses the ball first, he keeps his racket right here, and eventually he turns. Okay, eventually he turns. And then there's players like Roger Federer who actually start to turn before they release the ball. That's right. They actually get their racket somewhere in here. Look at this line along my shoulders here. They actually get this to happen before the ball leaves. So if you want to learn how to serve like the pros, and if you want to get more disguise and better coil, more topspin and a better serve, I think you should consider feeling your your turn happen first. That your turn happens before you toss. So what I feel when I step up to the line and I get into my stance, and remember the stance is important. If your foot is here, or if you move your foot up here, it's going to be harder to turn. You still can do it, especially with your upper body. You can turn your shoulders, but your stance is important. What I want you to do is when you get into your motion right here, I want you to feel your shoulders turn a little bit right here before you release the ball. So you need to practice this little move right here. It looks simple, but it's not, because I still see so many players moving their arms, and you can see, look how my shoulders are not turning here. Even the pros are doing this. They're moving their arms, or they're tossing the ball first. We've got to get that ball toss at least, watch my shoulders. If my shoulder turns at the beginning, now look at when I toss the ball, I'm going out towards those net posts, or even almost parallel to the baseline. You don't want to come too far back. That's the problem that players have, is when they try to turn, they bring their tossing arm back with them. It becomes more of a J toss. I'm not really a proponent of that. So I like the turn, but then the toss, right? I turn, but I don't bring my tossing arm back with my dominant arm. I actually turn and then I toss out. So now my tossing arm gets more almost parallel to the baseline, or it goes out towards the net post. This will avoid this idea, this concept of the tossing arm going straight out towards the target without turning. So we want that turn in the beginning. I think of turning right here and then tossing out. Didn't quite get the toss where I wanted, so I'm going to turn. That felt better. So you want that first move, that little turn at the beginning. And that's going to help you. That's going to help you with your rhythm, your disguise, your load, and your coil. What gets people in trouble is just moving from the arms in the beginning. So there's no real link with the lower body and the upper body. If I just toss the ball like this, I don't feel a lot happening with my lower body. I might toss it and then afterwards go here, but I see a lot of players, they actually move their arms like this, and then they squat down to try to use their lower body. So if you're moving your arms first like this, that could be a lower body problem. What do you mean a lower body problem? You moved your arms first. Well, the reason that's the case is that when you move your arms like this, that means that you might not want to coil and use your hips appropriately. Okay, so So if you like to move your arms like this, you don't know how to use your hips and you don't know how to coil the way that the pros are, the best pros, a guy like Federer or Sampras or even Roddick. So what you want to do is you want to turn first so that when you turn, you actually feel some weight in your back foot. That turning at the beginning allows you to get on your back leg. You see how I lift up my front foot? Murat Safin, Marcelo Rios, they like to pick their foot up when they start their motion, and then they put it back down. Why do you think they're doing that? They're unweighting the front foot, so they're starting to turn and they feel their weight on their back leg. Then when they put their foot down, then they can push and go. So it's a timing mechanism to learn how to turn and get and coil and get loaded on this back leg that a lot of players don't want to do. They just want to move their arms and get to their front foot early. So we have to do the opposite of what most players are doing. We have to focus on the turn and the load of the back leg instead of arms only and a shift to the front foot. Does that make sense? So to summarize, if you want to understand tossing and turning, my suggestion is to consider turning first before you release the ball right here. See my shoulders? You start to turn, but then make sure that the tossing arm doesn't come back too far. So as you turn, you're still going to toss out in the direction towards the corner net post there, closer to parallel to the baseline instead of straight out. I hope you enjoyed this lesson today on tossing and turning. I want you to toss and then turn. Make sure that you click below this video or somewhere in this video. I got a free gift for you. Free membership inside Tennis Evolution. No credit cards required. 21 lessons on the serve, the forehand, the backhand, single strategy, mental toughness, injury prevention. It's all there for you to take that next jump, and it's convenient. It's inside the app, so you can take the app with you on the court on your mobile device. It's like having a coach in your pocket. Click below this video or somewhere inside this video. We're going to help you take your game to the next level. Thanks for your time today.